To check whether a user tries to edit or delete a post which does not belong to him, we should go to, on the Node REST API project, we should go to our feed controller and there find our update and delete methods, of course. Let's start with updating a post. In there, we find a post by ID, which is all right, of course. And we should keep in mind that for a post, the creator will be the ID of the user who created that. So even if we do have a post here, we want to check whether that creator ID is equal to the ID of the currently logged in user, so of the ID that belongs to the token we received. So here I'll check if post creator is equal to, creator to string, to convert this to a string, is equal to request user ID. So to the user ID I got from my token. If that is equal, I'm allowed to continue. If it is not equal, hence we need an exclamation mark here, I'll throw an error. So here I'll create a new error, not authorized. Set the status code to 403, which is a good status code for authorization issues, and I'll throw that error. Now if I save that, let's check that. First of all, let's delete a post which we are allowed to delete, like that duck. If I delete that, now deleting obviously works because we never added any logic to prevent this. Now let me log out and create a new user. We need a different email address. Well, let's first of all try the same one. It should fail. So here I'll just use max. And it fails. Now let's use a unused email address. And it succeeds. Let's now log in with that newly created user. Now let's try editing, because that is where we did add protection, the cup, which was not created by that user. This failed with a 403 error. Let's now log in with the user who did create it. And let's now try editing with this user. And this now succeeds. So now we have this first check in place. Let's now also add it to our delete post logic there. There, I find my post at the beginning. And before we continue, here, I basically want to implement that same check. I'll check the creator, which is the ID of the user, and compare it to the user ID extracted from the token. And if they're not equal, I will throw an error. So now only authorized users should be able to delete the post, of course. Make sure to do that before you clear the image. Now, after saving this, let's go back and delete this. And it succeeds because this was the right user. Let's log out. Let's log in with this user, let's say. And create a new post. A duck. With the image and some content. And let's log out and log in with the other user. The user who did not create it. And let's delete it there. And you see that fails. Now, I didn't implement an error message there, and of course you could also tweak the frontend to not even show these buttons if you're not allowed to edit. But my idea here is to show you how you can protect this on the backend, since of course this is a Node course. Therefore, I deliberately let you do that so that you can see that we can prevent this on the backend. And indeed, we can't delete this now with the wrong user.